The 2011 Bridgeport's Bravest calendar features 12 of the heroes and sheroes who put their life on the line for their citizens. Sheila Santiago from Ladder 10 has been a firefighter for 4 years and is featured in October. And Mark Bryan is from Engine 16 and has been a firefighter for 3 years and is featured in July. I want to thank you both for being here today. Don't you look lovely?
Thank you.
Very nice. So let me ask you, what was it like being a calendar girl? That's pretty cool.
Cool, tough, challenging, and it's been great.
Yeah.
It's been a good thing.
Now
It's
the
for a good
calendar,
cause.
right, you mentioned the cause, if you would.
All proceeds will benefit the Bridgeport Fallen Firefighters Fund,
Okay.
and it'll help the families of Lieutenant Velasquez and Mitch Bake.
Okay.
All right.
And Mark, tell me about the shoot itself. I mean, you really didn't have that much clothing on, did you?
No, not at all. As you can see, was nothing to it.
How'd you prepare for it?
Prepared, really didn't have much time to prepare,
You just always
Sure.
look like that? Is that how it is?
that's what it
Oh,
is.
that's not so bad. All right, so we're cooking today. We're having a healthy meal that maybe you guys might eat at the firehouse occasionally.
Sure.
Do you do a lot of the cooking in the firehouse?
Absolutely not.
Oh, so you're
I
just
am
doing it
not-
for us today.
Yes, I am doing it today. I am not the official cook.
Okay.
But I had to step in and I prepared this dish for the guys, and they enjoyed it. They asked for it a second time, so
Oh, see, that means they like
it passed. Yes,
Hey.
it passed.
What is it? I know it's a chicken dish.
Yes, it's pretty basic. You have some ingredients. You just put it in a dish, mix it all together, and just stick it in the oven. And so you have your chicken, some white rice, and mixed vegetables. And 30 minutes later, you have a
Piece of
meal.
cake, huh?
Absolutely.
Pretty
All right,
Simple,
let's get
simple
to it.
meal.
Let's try it. Let's make this.
Okay. Well,
So you've been making this for years?
I have been. Yes, I have actually. I've had this recipe for about 10 years.
Oh, all right. So you're
But
a pro.
I still. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say that.
She's a pro.
So
All right.
Mark and I are going to mix the some honey, 6 tablespoons of honey, olive oil, and soy sauce.
Okay.
And we'll put that in here.
Like to get all the liquid ingredients in first,
Yeah.
then we add the dry.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Very good. So that must give the sweetness, I would assume.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's the tanginess with the soy sauce.
Yeah.
Now you have your oven preheated?
Yes, you want to preheat your oven at 375 degrees.
Right.
So how are the sales going for the calendar?
They're going pretty
We're
well.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been, we were just at the Sound Tigers on Saturday selling calendars, and we really appreciate everyone's support.
Right.
Everyone's come out and been just wonderful.
Mark, how have the females taken to your picture?
Lots of calls.
Is that right? I mean, it's got to be kind of a surreal experience signing a calendar
Yeah,
that
it's
you're in,
different.
right?
It makes you feel like a star, you know? It really do. But
Actually,
it's-
when you go through the calendar and you see your picture, you're like, you
that
forget.
me?
Yeah.
Right. It's like,
Weird,
is that
huh?
me?
How did I
Wait, go
end
back
up
to
there?
July. Is that me? It can't be.
It's kind of strange. So once you mix this in, you want to add your spices. We have thyme leaves, cayenne pepper, brown allspice, paprika, and black pepper.
All right, and just kind of winging it about...
Just
Well,
add,
yeah, we
This
on
is
the-
like 1.5
Teaspoons?
teaspoons.
Okay.
Yes.
Each of the dry ingredients, basically.
Right.
You just add. You don't want to add too much pepper because you don't want it too spicy.
Well, sometimes you may like it hot. So
Yeah.
if you like it hot, add a little more cayenne pepper.
Okay.
Gives it a little kick.
All right, sounds good. And allspice, does that have cinnamon in it or no?
Yeah, it
Yes.
gives it
Cinnamon,
I know they use it for-
nutmeg.
baking.
Usually you
and-
bake with that,
Sure.
Yeah.
but it works in your chicken.
And it works in the chicken. That's right.
All right,
Give
sounds
it that
good.
extra taste that you try to figure out what it could be. It's a combination of things, but it's good.
And so then we're gonna
Mix it up.
stir that up. And what you want to do, you want to make sure that the honey dissolves.
Okay.
You don't want it all at the bottom too thick. Mix
Right.
it all good.
All right. Now you have 2 chicken breasts. They're boneless breasts. Is that
Yes.
what it looks
Yes.
like? Okay.
And actually, this recipe calls for serving of 4, but we're going to do 2 today.
That works.
Yeah. So you want to have that lean protein, as you can tell from Mark.
Got it. Mark, do you eat
Gotta have
carbs?
protein.
Will you eat the rice or you just stay with the chicken?
I'll eat the rice. I'll eat it. I need some of that energy. I'll burn it off later, so it's all good.
All right.
I have a little problem with this chicken here.
Shirley, you were telling me that a lot of cooking goes on in the firehouse.
A lot of cooking. You have
Got
a
it.
lot of talented firefighters
Oh, yes.
there.
A lot of good
cooks. Sometimes it feels like you're at a 5-star restaurant
Really?
having dinner, yes.
That's great.
I'm not one of those, so
Well, your chicken's turning out pretty good.
Well, then you want to pierce the chicken.
Get that flavor inside that chicken.
The marinade in there. All right.
Sure. And you want to kind of coat it, just turn it in there a couple of times.
As you can see, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, we have about a minute left, and all you would do then is
Now it just
toss
goes
that in the oven?
in the oven for about 30 minutes. You just want to make sure the chicken is cooked. You stick it in the oven and you're done.
And that's that.
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty simple.
Remember, you always baste it, turn it over, baste it, get those juices
Okay.
into the chicken.
Sounds great. So let me ask you while I have you both here, what is one of your favorite meals at the firehouse?
One of my favorite.
Mine is, I would say, lasagna.
Oh, not
Love
bad.
the lasagna.
And I have one of the guys makes this great chili.
Ooh.
I completely love.
Firehouses are known for chili, aren't they, more or less?
Yes.
They are.
Very good. All right,
Especially on
well,
cold days.
yeah, definitely. All right, well, I want to thank you both for being here and
you
making
for
your
having
sweet
us.
and sour
Thanks for
chicken.
having us.
We are, if you want the recipe, you could just go to our website. It's WTNH.com and click on Style. Thank you both. 12 of the bravest and hottest firefighters are featured in the first ever Bridgeport calendar of its kind. It's all to benefit the Fallen Firefighters Fund. The calendar concept was the brainchild of Elaine Ficara, Communications Director for the Bridgeport Mayor, and local businesswoman Dr. Jennifer Lynn, who are both here with me. I want to thank you both for being here. And first off, great idea. How did you come up with it?
Well, this idea was actually born on the beach. Elaine and I were enjoying a beautiful day at Seaside Park, and we were talking about all the recent fundraising that had been done on behalf of our guys, and looking for something new to do, something a little lighter, a little fun, and Elaine said, you know, I had this calendar idea in the back of my head, and we ran with it.
That's great, and it all supports a great cause.
Absolutely. The Fallen Firefighters Fund was started right after the tragic death of 2 of our Bridgeport firefighters during a July fire.
Okay, and how do we get our hands on these calendars?
Well, they're for sale at Jennifer's shop in Bridgeport, 180 at the Backstroke at 181 State Street. They can also be found at Milford Camera at 22 River Street in Milford, and they're online on the Bridgeport Firefighters Local 834.org.
Okay.
Buy them online.
And they're $15.
$15.
How were the firefighters selected?
The Chief Rooney, who is the fire chief for Bridgeport Fire Department, put up a post, and anyone who was interested had to come into my office. I took down their information, took a picture or two, and then we sat down, Elaine and I, with another friend, and went through the selection process, and our 12 hottest firefighters stood out.
I believe we have a couple of them scrolling through the screen right now. In fact, why don't we invite our firefighters up here? Would you come on up? We could talk to you guys about the experience. Hello there. Welcome to Connecticut Style.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so we have 10 out of the 12 here, correct?
Correct.
Talk to me about the photo shoot. How'd it go?
I think it went pretty well. It was a little cold in the morning, but we did all right. It was an interesting time. The photographer was there early. We seemed to get along pretty well. It wasn't really much of a...
Did you have different outfits? Do you have costume changes?
Not at all. Just pretty much take your shirt off and stand there.
Well, you can probably get the best pictures that way, I would assume.
That was all we had.
Not bad. And what was it like as a woman doing it? Probably a little intimidating, I would assume.
Very intimidating, very nervous. I think I do a better job at fighting fires than standing around the guys taking pictures. But once we heard what the cause was for, then it got rid of all the nervousness, and we were ready for it.
And you think you'll do it again next year? If it's, maybe you'll share the wealth with everyone.
Yes, it would be nice if others joined us, and hopefully they will. But if Dr. Lim invites me back, I definitely would.
So let's talk a little bit about the experience. I'm assuming you must sign these calendars.
Yes,
a
we
little
do.
bit surreal, giving out your autograph.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I got to say that Wayne, who took the pictures, made us very comfortable. Because actually, shooting this calendar makes us takes us out of our comfort zones. You know?
Oh, I could imagine.
Yeah, it really
you normally
does.
wear clothing to work, right?
Well, that, and we're usually behind the scene. You know,
It's true.
That's how we operate.
Tell us about the photographer.
Well, the photographer for this project was my husband, Wayne Ratzenberger. He's a longtime news photographer, and when we were sitting there talking about what we were going to do, and I said, well, Jennifer, I think we've got 2 out of the 3 biggest hurdles figured out. The photographer, I can just ask Wayne, and he readily acceded to the request. And I also have a friend in the printing business who helped us with the graphic design and printed it at cost for us. So Jennifer went out and got all the sponsorships, and we were off.
We
and
had
running.
the local business community sponsor months in the calendar, also joined us as boosters. So 100% of the cost of production was covered by our neighborhood, and this way 100% of proceeds from the sales goes directly into the fund.
That's great. So when you open up the calendar, you could actually see which company or whoever
definitely.
donated to each month.
Oh, yeah. Look, there's Mr. January and the Holiday Inn.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
October and what is it? The backstroke.
Very good. Well, it was a real team effort here. I want to thank you all for coming in today. And, of course, you could get the information on the screen if you need to purchase a calendar, which I highly recommend. It's www.local834.org.